Okay, so this is going to be an overview of how to downpatch Hollow Knight for 1221 runs. We're going to do it in two parts. The first part is downpatching to 1221, and then the second part is making a copy of that downpatch and modding it with practice tools like debug and timer mod. So actually, before we do any downpatching or anything, we're going to want to back up our saves. So go ahead and go into Explorer. In the description, there's the saves path. You're going to want to copy and paste it into this top bar up here. Press enter. And I've got all these folders or everything. The important things are these files with the user at the front. These are your save files. Not all of them are. You don't need to copy all of them. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just go ahead and grab every single one and copy them into a new folder. So that backs them up. If you delete them in game or something, it doesn't matter because you can always just replace them with that folder you just made. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, we're actually going to start downpatching. So let's go to Steam, right-click Hollow Knight, go to Properties, go to Betas, and then this little drop-down, go ahead and pick 1221. You can see over here it turned blue. It's going to start downloading that. That'll take a little while, but right now it's just actually installing that version of the game. So we're just going to wait for that to finish, and we'll get back to that in just a minute. Alrighty, all done now. That took like a couple of minutes. It'll depend on your internet and all that sort of thing, but we're just going to launch the game and make sure that we picked the right patch. And yeah, you can see in the bottom left corner here, we've got these two icons and 1221. This is the correct patch, so we've done it correctly. Okay, back in Steam now. I'm going to right click here, back to Properties, Local Files this time, and click Browse. And you might have some other files or folders in here, depending on what other patches you've had installed. But these are the two things we're interested in, the Hollow Knight exe and the Hollow Knight data folder. So I'm going to go ahead and copy those and make a new folder for them. And actually, I'll make another one in here and paste all that stuff in. This may take a while depending on what hard drive you have, because we are essentially copying over the entire game. And that's all done. So now if we tried to run this, it would seem like it would work because it's actually just going to run this Steam install, which is 1221. But the problem is that if we put this back to current patch, for example, this running this will launch current patch, which we don't want it to do. We want it to run the stuff in here. So we need to add something to keep it separate. I'm going to add a text document, paste in its very specific name, which is in the description. Go into the text document and paste in the very specific number, which is also in the description. Save the file and close it. And now when you run this, it'll actually run the stuff in here. So this is completely separate from your Steam install now. If you so choose, you can put this back to current patch and it won't affect this. And as one final thing, just to add a bit of convenience, we're going to go ahead and add that exe to Steam so we can launch it from here instead of having to go to the folder. So in the very bottom left, click Add a Game, add a non-Steam game, click Browse, and you're going to want to navigate to that folder that we made earlier and pasted everything into. You can see mine's on the desktop, and then inside that second folder I made are these two things. So we're going to double click the exe and click Add Selected Program. And there should be, on the side here, a new thing. You can see the name is kind of awkward though, so I'm going to right click it, go to Properties, and change this to something a bit nicer and more recognizable here. And there we go. That's that all set up. And so at this point, this is like ready to use, right? If you launch this, it would boot into a vanilla 1221 install. You could do runs on that install. So you could be done, but I would encourage that you continue on because we're going to set up practice tools. So you can use save states and time your practice and stuff. So I'm going to move on to that.